cold. Cold. Sorry, using my left isn't still. That's okay. You can just initial in those spots. Took a scenic routes home courtesy of our fine city's sprawling public transport and got in a bit after 11 p.m. So a thorough shower, drank a glass of milk, did some stretching, made sure my phone was on. Time went by evenly. Around for me, a posting for a public defender came up. Decent rate since it was so late, so urgent. I had wagered correctly that the boyfriend would have enough sense to ask for a lawyer and enough debt that he need to be provided one. Wagered. Gambling. A gambler. The system must be, to a lesser or greater extent, insane. George Augustus Sala in the 1800s. I had wagered correctly. Yeah. All I had to do was stay awake. Wasn't much competition after 1 in the morning. Okay, where else? Here and here. How did I phrase it earlier? Criminal defense attorneys aren't exactly flush with customers. Why wouldn't I take on a job where I already knew more than the cops? It would have been easy to convince Carlos to plead out. I would have gotten paid the same too, but easy is dangerous. Carlos was of course innocent, so his conviction would never be airtight. Be doubts, questions, appeals, maybe even fans depending on his looks. More attention on HK and his crimes, more headaches. A cold case rotting in a very far back of the public awareness is always preferable to one open and shut in haste. Now with no murders matching HK's MO, there won't be any additional public pressure to find a culprit. Now Heartbreak can just starve to death, out of sight, out of mind, like any other flute in the system. Fluke. Almost done. Getting involved with the case, this admittedly does have its risks. Hell, I might have even overdone things here and there. Like lighting up a smoke instead of in the interrogation room just to make doubly sure I didn't still smell like gunpowder myself. That London fellow seemed more fixated on it than I would have liked. But obviously everything turned out rosy, and it's worth it for the finality of it all. Seeing the authorities finally failing from the best seat in the house. That's just a bonus. Thanks again, Morgan, for everything. I'm sure Diane is grateful too. Funny. I didn't even know her name. Damn. Something the matter? No, sorry. I was mad when I left the apartment. I know she was too, so when she died, it was instantaneous, Carlos. I can't imagine that she was in any pain. In fact, I can't guarantee she was dead before. I guarantee she was dead before she hit the ground. I know, but it's just I kept thinking she must have died angry at me, that she must have died hating me. Yeah, I got to. To tell you the truth, Carlos, there's something I've been wondering about myself. What is it? Something I've noticed in the ARCS data that I didn't quite understand. Oh, I'm yawning. Okay, a piece of the puzzle I couldn't fit in anywhere else. But maybe you can make sense of it. The pills. Here you go, buddy. What is this? Where did you find that? The pill organizer was found on the victim. She had it grasped in her hand when she died. Obviously, the police added it to the ARCS, but it was quickly ruled irrelevant. Seems like it contained Treprexon, prescribed to help modders with phantom itches. They're small tablets, and those tricky crafts too for a pill organizer. could be hard to handle with an unsteady hand. No one will ever know what she was feeling when she died. Even if they did. Feelings are complicated. You can feel angry and happy and sad all at the same time. But as far as the facts are concerned, it would appear that when she died, what she was doing was setting out your medicine for the week. To my eyes, anyway. Aww. Now he's gonna go home and bawl his eyes out. 5:01 in the morning. Speaking of in the morning, it's 3 in the morning, isn't it? Yeah. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. Long night. That was too far just now. Practically rubbing it in his face. It's not like I care about his feelings. I doubt I'll ever see him again. I have a feeling you'll see him again. But overstepping like that is pure hubris. I mean, there's 2 more episodes of this. A hubris invites a downfall. So why did I even bother? It was the last piece of the puzzle, I suppose. I'll just need to show more restraint next time. Though there won't be a next time for Heartbreak. The gun's in custody, there's no more bullets left. There won't be a 7th victim. Won't be any more leads to pursue. The media will move on to their next obsession. I'll move on to my next MO. And no one will found you. Oh. District Attorney Rockford. Huh? Well then. Sorry. Can I try that again? I'm so fried. By all means. Ugh. Counselor Morgan. Morning, noon, or night, you're always so put together. Thank you. I don't get it. How do you sleep at night? Pardon? You do white noise, aromatherapy, whatever you're doing, I need to steal it. God. I must have bags under my eyes dark enough for the dumpster. Assistant District Attorney Emma Rockford. She's a prosecutor. I had to refrain from saying what I wanted to say. Especially because she's... Yeah. The lawyer who argues for the state in court, trying to prove a defendant's guilt. And despite her sometimes unkemply appearance, she's probably the sharpest person to file the position in decades. I should know, since I haven't beaten her once. Worse yet, she has the remarkable ability to compartmentalize all the adversarial energy, only brings it out in the courtroom. It's part of what makes her good at her job. And hard for me to read. Should I buy a new mattress? Rockford. February 13th. 665. What? I know. Blood type O positive. She likes coffee, toffee, and Howdy Couture. Dislikes sunburn, dead pixels, and eye straining. Eggs, likes her eggs. What's with the egg thing? Plays chess. That's like the 3rd person who's had an egg thing. Chess, shogi, idols, Samventus stars. So she likes idols. And cat person, yes. Such an interesting bio, Greedle. What have they gotten you doing at this ungodly hour, Emma? Oh, well, actually, I'm here for you. Me? Your client was a subject in the Heartbreak killings? That's my case? Oh, shit. The glasses. The anime shine, like she's getting in the mood, serious mode. You must have been relieved finding out that you won't have to go to the trial against me. No? Why are we worried about going up against you? It's always the unentitled barbs with her. So you're working with those detectives? Yeah, London and the new girl. Reyes? They've been reporting to me in preparation for trial. Preparation for trial? That seems ambitious. Guess they gave you the rundown. They've been doing everything they can, but it's hard to catch a killer who leaves behind so little. Hard to kill while leaving so little behind. So Reyes told you that they had HK in custody and you popped out of bed all excited to run down here? Hardly. I haven't slept in 40 hours. Too much on my mind. So when I heard about a case with a single female victim shot through the heart, my ears perked up, but that's about all. Oh. I mean, Carlos Flats, a serial killer? Same serial who's outsmarted the state for weeks. Just not using his middle name. He was found with the murder weapon, but I can answer that any number of ways. May be true, but I glanced at the report. You glanced at it? No gunpowder residue on him or his clothes, right? Too remorseful, too apologetic in the notes, whatever it was about. His dominant arm was documented sensitivity issues. Never could have made the shot clean. Not without getting close enough to leave scorch marks. Ooh, she good. He's too tall for the ballistics entry angle, and probably too heavy to not leave imprints. She got all that from a glance. She's good at her job. But I'm sure a competent lawyer like yourself pointed all that out the minute you walked in there. Of course. Worst part is she's not even being sarcastic. Dang. Yeah, of course it couldn't have been him. Long-term relationship, physically imposing augmentatives, so not the type to bottle things up. He didn't match the profile. Profile? Yeah, Right, sorry, you've probably never heard of it. I know what a goddamn profile is. A profile is reconstruction of a criminal psychological based on evidence from the crime scene. Oh, that was great. She's like, yeah, you don't know what it is. Let Valentine take the reign with our automated secure... Why is Valentine red? Tools that put your better than best foot forward and put that sexy back into finding the right match. How to delete profile filtering? What do you mean profile? How to delete profile filtering? Oh my god. Dating profile. You've kind of fallen out of fashion in the last few decades. Not much need to guess about the why when 99 times out of 100 the who is caught on camera. Or before they even leave the house. I've had to find some real fossils and oddballs to get advice on how to go about it. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. About profiling. So this profiling is some kind of investigative technique. Theory is that a crime can tell you something about the nature of a person who committed it. Stabbing, overkill, points to passion, rage, lust, then probably knew their victim. Poison and guns, meanwhile, suggest they can't overpower their victims physically. And then there's things that you can assume about nearly all serial offenders. Childhood trauma, prior criminal record, few or no meaningful attachments. There's a lot of recurring themes in their stories. The detective said HK doesn't leave evidence, so how much can his crime possibly tell you? That he's diligent, almost perfect. Highly intelligent, painstakingly organized, and with enough criminal connections. Should I hit the button again? It's rare to see her this animated outside the courtroom. It's almost like she's enjoying herself. A sheltered house cat who's picked up the scent of a mouse for the first time. A lone wolf, educated, but all her playful, lethal instincts coming to life. Probably overqualified or undervalued. Or both. Though I'm not thrilled about the fact that in a metaphor I would be the... You know what I mean. Definitely. And considering the marksmanship, detectives said that HK would have needed insider information on optics, so doesn't that mean Heartbreak was in law enforcement? Never in 10 billion years, oh. Antisocial independent despises authority. You're like a stallion applying for a job in a merry-go-round. Maybe kicking kids in the head after the first full rotation. Right, that's exactly what I'd put it. Be some connections to the police, though. Maybe secondary or tertiary. These types can't help but insert themselves. I don't do anything even resembling that. What if HK's not a cop? How do they know about the blackout timing? Crime meta-statistic analysis, probably. Pardon. Taking the emergency response time from across the city and map them out. Look for brief spikes and delays. Chart out the dips in. Sorry. Technically, I know. But all the recursion data is publicly available. With a map as spreadsheet as calculator. Anyone could reserve it, engineering the timing if they wanted to. That's such an unpleasant thought, Emma. Heartbreak's MO. Well, at least this Heartbreaker's manic will slow down now that he's lost his weapon. He didn't lose it, he chose to leave it behind. That tells me he's confident that he can do just fine without it. And it just makes me even more certain that these aren't his only kills. Other shootings with the same MO? No. Not that I found. Other victims that fit the description? No. Not overly focused on the victim's appearance anyway. I mean, the 6 victims all look like each other, but they also look like a lot of people. That's true. Hell, they kind of look like me. Do they? Even she didn't notice. I mean, Emma's birthday is the day before Valentine. True. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Her birthday is the day right before Valentine's, isn't it? The 13th. Yeah, it is. I didn't even think about that. I hadn't thought about it. Point is, no one can kill that cleanly when it's their first time. Getting things that perfect takes practice. So I know that HK must have had a lot more than 6 occasions to practice, Morgan. And that's why I think Heartbreak is a misnomer. You got something catchier in mind? I just don't think shooting them in the heart has any particular significance. If anything, it's a testament to their accuracy and their cold-blooded efficiency. The best possible use of 6 untagged bullets. 6 kills guaranteed no matter what kind of life support mods they were packing. Their real signature isn't the bullet or the gun. It's the perfection. It's hard to wrap your head around. Saying that these 6 murders were just a fluke, a slip-up. A mistake? Exactly, a mistake. They got too clean, too efficient, and now they've gotten the public's attention. No wonder they're so pissed. Are you talking about the crime scene? Yeah, probably threw the detectives for a loop, right? Based on what you've said, I don't blame them. Whoever trashed the room doesn't seem like the smooth operator you've been describing. On the contrary. I don't follow. This was the last bullet, their last shot. The other 5 were perfect. So if anything was out of place this time around, it must have thrown one hell of a temper tantrum. You make them sound like a child. Childish. And cowardly. And two-faced. Someone who hated to lose almost as much as they'd love to win. Profile tell you all that? No. That part's just takes one to know one. So to summarize, you're looking for a cold-blooded, faceless, perfectionist killer who you think has no persistent MO or victim type in a city with an 8-digit population. Well, good luck. I don't need luck, I only need more information. City will be happy to provide you with more resources. No, Morgan. I mean, I need more crime scenes. Oh. Tattoos, if Heartbreak walked away today, I'd never catch them. Only way my net narrows it is if they keep piling up bodies. Not a very fair trade, is it? No, it isn't. But getting screwed over is a given. It's a deal with the devil. Fair enough. Oof. Oof. Okay, that rant was pretty morbid and detailed. I need to get out more, sleep more. Or sleep less, but harder. I think a higher thread count would help. Don't worry about it. I'm always happy to listen to you ramble. It's a lot more pleasant than having to face you in a courtroom. Sorry, but that's adversarial process. So, no hard feelings, yeah? No hard feelings. Oh, she's like, just doing what we do. I could use a cup of coffee. How about you? Don't tempt me. Fall asleep face first on the table. I won't even take a picture. Okay. Just don't expect this to make a difference next time we're at each other's throats. Heartbreak won't claim another victim. Cue John Cena cutout. Are you sure about that? In 2 weeks, the media will have moved on to the next sensation. The police will have moved on to a case they actually stand a chance of closing. It's what people do. But Emma is different. She'll set it aside, work on a dozen other cases, never bringing it up. But private corners of the frustratingly sharp mind of hers will continue to whittle away at it. Never finishing, but never quitting either. I can't afford to take my eyes off her. As long as that is the case, I may as well try to enjoy the view. Episode 0 end. Whew. Heck yeah. Right. Android. Which means you're going to be living with my friend for a while. For how long? I'm sorry, I don't know. And I believe this is the main character of episode 1, right? Or one of the two main characters of episode 1. I think Morgan's the other one. There's no need to look upset over it. My face barely moved. May as well have been a blatant pout from where I'm sitting. Yeah, like that. This friend of yours, they're trustworthy? Absolutely. In fact, I trust them more than anyone. Hey, come on. Oh, I skipped it. Really? Really educational, too. I think you can stand to learn a lot from someone like Morgan. Oh, yeah. Credits. Art and direction by Evil Little Bug. Programming by Patrick MCF. 3D modeling by... There's 3D modeling involved? Well, I guess for some of the places. Environments by Patrick MCF. And Arendez. Written and directed by Brain Moland. Monitor playtesting Rosette, Hugh J, Maxie, Sadie, Virtuous Varmint, and Thumbbutt, Thomas Colmander, Wee, Zenos. Special thanks to Edrin, Gladderlinks, Exxon Brent, Killjill VT, that's a VTuber, Maddo, Man Monks. Special thanks to Dev Talk, Philly Game Mechanics, our friends and family, you the players, full attribution Avule of the Devil, made with Unity, and Nami Novel, Dotween, Pro Builder, Shapes, a game by Ninth Circle of the Devil, Episode 0, and he shall appear. To be continued in... You're the smartest person I know, Morgan, when it comes to people. And of course, we're going to end off with a really nice teaser for episode 1. You're a criminal defense attorney, and we're at the crime scene. I think I can guess what happens next. Fran never stole anything that wasn't already compromised. Hello! Work hard, and the company will have you set for life after 2. Okay, what's up? Reyes, so not just a lawyer job thing. You dress like a doorman on the weekends too? Who are you? Like you. And you. Company wheels don't stop spinning for anything. Keep this quiet for long. But it's a million times more likely than the alternative. Heartbreak killer could ever stop themselves from killing. Father said you owed him. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it. Of the Devil, Episode 1. An Idle Mind.